Right, welcome back. Cape Rugby TV, right, it's all systems go at the moment. Club Rugby is back in action. Most of the teams now, well, we've got first, in fact, Marty's now have got the 2 games out of the way as well, waiting for Tygerberg to catch up as well. They played their first game together with Marty's in the season. So, of course, top of the leaderboard at the moment is Helderberg, followed by Tygerberg, followed by Villagers, and then, of course, Marty, St. George's and Brackenfell. Folks, we promised you earlier on that we would show you the second half of the match between Hamlets and Marty's. Marty's, of course, travelled to Mamre this past weekend. Let's take a look. Second half. Again, we're so enthralled with the rugby that you're catching me unawares. Right, there you go, Jerome. Final score then, Marty's 47, Hamlets 38. That's 85 points on the board there. That's a lot of points.
Yeah, look, Marty's got the tries from set pieces. Like you see, they scrum Hamlets the whole day, and Hamlets got their tries from loose balls.
Running rugby.
Running rugby. You know, if you drop a pass, the guys of Hamlets are there and they got quick outside backs.
Yeah.
So they get their tries from that. But I just think watching this game, Hamlet's really going to have to do something about their set pieces, because you can't play in Super A and you walk back every scrum.
So you're talking scrums and lineouts?
Scrums and lineouts. So they have to do something on their set pieces, because they're not going to survive.
When you're talking about doing something, are you talking about stabilizing the scrum? Are you talking about winning the scrums?
I'm talking about being competitive in the scrum. You're not always going to win the scrums, but at least on your ball, you can't backpedal all the time. You put your 8 and 9 under pressure, your 10 always get the ball under pressure because you're going back. So they would have to do something, work more on their technique. They're too upright in the scrums, and their locks are also upright. So they need to work on that. And the same with the lineouts also. They got some guys that's very light there, so they could contest and get that guy higher up and try to stop them at source so that they don't get that ball to more. So they're going to have to do something with their set pieces.
All right, well, still 38 points on the board. That's going to count for them during the season, yeah. So let's take a look at, folks, some of the results then that came in Super League B. Of course, Super League B, of course, what a lot of folks will say is the toughest league, but Belleville going down to Franschhoek, 26 points to 21. Belhar, 18-16 over All Saints, and then Strand, 40 points to 7 over Paul. Jerome, Franschhoek will be happy to come out with their first win there. If we look at that, first win for Franschhoek, first win for Belhar. We're going to look at the Belhar All Saints game in a second. And of course, Strand beating Paul, 40 points to 7.
Yeah, with Franschhoek, we could see, like, from the start of the season, they were quite busy. They didn't play as much friendlies, so behind the scenes, they were really working. You can see, you know, it's not easy to go to Belleville and beat Belleville at Belleville. So well done to them. So they're also busy with something big there. And I don't know if you want to go through the other results.
Yeah, we're going to talk about All Saints and Belhar in a second. But the Strand Paul game, 40 points to 7. Paul having a bit of a rough time, considering that they were playing in Super League A just 3 seasons ago, and of course then there was COVID, etc. But Paul's going to be wanting to work hard.
Yeah, I mean, with the amount of players in Paul, and we all know the quality players coming from Paul, it's a bit disappointing to see that score. I mean, like you say, they were in Super A, and they were always a force, Paul Rugby Club. So it's a bit disappointing to see that big margin that they lost.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at the logs in Super League B. Of course, Strand straight to the top of the log, and there Strand is sitting on in first place, followed by Franschhoek, who of course in second place, and then Belhar, All Saints, and Belleville. Of course, Jerome, very early, far too early to tell in this case, and certainly All Saints will be happy to get their first one out the way now. They would have had a taste already. They've already said that they're going to come out and make a statement this year. But the points difference is going to start counting as well. I mean, Paul at the bottom of the, straight off into the bottom of the log with the points difference. Somebody has to take bottom of the log. I mean, there's eight teams who are sitting on noughts. It's not really a fair representation for Paul, but someone has to go to the bottom of the log after the first round.
Yeah, it's a pity that, but someone has to go. But just the Belhar All Saints game, I think All Saints are also busy with some good stuff there at their club. I mean, it's not easy to go to Belhar, and they just lost with 2 points. So, yeah, they're also busy with, and I think, like we know, Super B is going to be competitive because most of the teams is like 1.5, 0.2 points. That's the margin in Super. We always get to the last 10, then everybody still have a shot at playing in the finals or the semi-finals. So that's the competitiveness of the Super B.
Yeah, well, we're still going to look at the other logs and results as well from still a lot of games to take a look at. Folks, every week we give you an opportunity to win yourself a case of Score energy drinks. All you need to do is go to our Facebook page, www.facebook.com/Cape Rugby TV, and enter our Spot the Team competition. Let's quickly show you last week's competition. We gave you the clues last week, and the clue, of course, was Blue Jets, and they were playing at the Khayelitsha Easter Festival, and of course it was the women's team. And congratulations then to Shane McGowan. Shane, congratulations, you got it right. It is, of course, the Blue Jets ladies team, and you walk away with a case of Score. Make sure that you keep an eye on Facebook, where we will get hold of you on Messenger and make an arrangement with you to come and collect your case of Score energy drinks. Of course, every week we're on this competition, and this week we have another Spot the Team competition for you, and there you can see it is in red and white. Folks, we're not going to tell you who it is, but you can go to our Facebook page, and of course you can give it a go. Jerome, you obviously can't give the name away. We know who they, but let's just say that they came out with a good result this week.
Yeah, that's a surprising result, but good for them.
Good for them. They've recently had some big celebrations, and yes, as you say, good for them. Go to our Facebook page, enter the competition. You've got the clues. You will now be ahead of the pack in terms of making sure you make a good choice. We'll be back after the break. Don't go away.